Ladies and gentlemen, I had to get in here a little bit early because I wanted to make sure that I did all that was in my power to make sure that everything was working. You know, because a lot of times when I go live and there's some internet problems, people be like, yo, fix the internet. I can't fix it while I'm live. That's for sure. So I'm in here right now. We just changed out the Ethernet cord. What does the sound like over there in the chat room? We're not live on Dash yet, but we will be. What does it sound like? Y'all give me your feedback in the chat room. You under dig? I'm just trying to make sure this all sounds right. Let's hear it. Let's make sure everything is... You know what I mean? Holla at me. Let me know what it sound like.
Just had a fight with my woman over something trivial told her. We rarely have confrontation, and if the shit I said really was bold. Real talk, I think she get it from my mama. Her bitterness passed down from old. Tip for tat when I'm calling out her trauma. She too defensive to listen, I'll call so. Looking at, I got problems. You got the type of advice that I need.
Oh, sorry. Let's hear something else. Let's just make sure everything is right. Woof. All right, there's monkey lava, boy. And then, of course, hey, man, if you're in the Fresno area, I need everybody to go support the Young Lion. He's putting on a concert tomorrow. I need everybody to support his movement. Go buy the tickets, man. Support the kid. Check him out.
Two-Tone Productions presents the Hot and Ready Summer at Azteca Theater July 13th at 7:30 p.m. with Lil TJ.
I call her bro, he said he ready for
Shorty, Kaylin For Real.
She want to pull up and get right with it.
Open to all ages July 13th. Don't miss out on the hottest concert in the 559 this July 13th. Tickets available at twotoneprod.com. That's TWOTONEPROD.com.
Hey, my son, man, just, doing his little thing. Doing his thing, man. Trying to see the youngster win, Just trying to see him win. And then, of course, you already know I got this on deck.
You're listening to Zoe Williams, VOR Radio, Voice of Reason Radio, where music and mindfulness meet.
Yes, we will be live on Dash Radio tonight. I just started early because I wanted to just, see.
You're listening to Zoe Williams, VOR Radio, Voice of Reason Radio, where music and mindfulness meet.
I'm sorry, that shit goes down.
You're listening to Zoe Williams, VOR Radio, Voice of Reason Radio, where music and mindfulness meet.
That shit's retarded. channel, man. I've been listening to the test link to the channel. Oh my God. That shit. We're gonna kill, man. We're gonna kill. I promise you.
Tune in and turn your life up on VOR Radio. The Williams is the VOR. Voice of reason. On Dash Radio.
Tell Yeah, we in here working it out, man. I'm working out the kinks, trying to get everything to sound right, to operate. Listen, do you know that there's 5 planets in retrograde? Mercury being one of them.
You're now locked into Zoe Williams, VOR Radio, on Dash Radio. You're under dig.
Let's see. One more time. Sorry.
You're now locked into Zoe Williams, VOR Radio, on Dash Radio. You're under dig.
What does it sound like? Somebody tell me if it's too loud, if it's cracking, if it's doing all of whatever. Somebody holler at me. Let me know what the sound is like. I'm playing things so I can see what it is. You know what I mean? Here's Tone Talks right here. Yeah, come on. What does it sound like? Tell me. Everything is good? All right. All right, let's see. Sound is on point. Somebody said it's too loud. Slap like a motherfucker actually sound pretty good. Adjust them. Oh, well, you can't get so specific where you're saying adjust the mids. The mid-range, the hi-hats. I mean, we don't have that here. There are no knobs here for me to do all of that, okay? Getting a little too specific. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't cracking.
Got questions? Need answers? Tune in to VOR Radio on Dash Radio for your exclusive wisdom fix.
Ladies and gentlemen, getting this test going. It sounds right. That last one was smacking. Levels are great. That's what I wanted to. Somebody keeps saying, turn it down. Okay, so you're hearing text messages come in from Tone Talks. He's got questions for today's topics. Did you see the topic? It's posted on my Instagram. Oh, that's right. You're anti right now.
I'm in transition right now.
You're transitioning from Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, I still have my Facebook, like my fan page.
Are you going to come back to Instagram?
Yeah, I have a private page right now. But it's
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, it's like just a certain few people and
I got you.
just like some exclusive stuff. I understand that people need to miss you, so
A little missing?
do.
Okay. I could smoke a bag of that. Ladies and gentlemen, Claire Kia has returned to the fray. Shit's about to be crazy today, man. Show goes on in 18 minutes. I'm just in here playing stuff, making sure, man, because I'd be upset when I get a mansion show.
You're listening to Zoe Williams, VOR Radio, Voice of Reason Radio, where music and mindfulness meet.
I get carried away. I'm sorry. But yeah, I get a little pissed off, man, when, we get a mansion show. We got to break it into 18 fucking segments because, The internet isn't right. But I think we've remedied that by changing out the Ethernet cord. I think we have remedied that. Let's see. What did Tone Talks give me? Why do black men feel pressure to live up to the idea of a white husband? That one stinks. Jesus. That one smells like hot monkey pudding and now and laters all mixed together. Just monkey pudding. We're going to put this one in here. Bam. That's crazy. Yikes. Somebody said I listened to all three. Yeah, but man, that Mansions episode was lit and I just want this shit to work. Oh, yeah, this one's good. Yeah, this one. Man, Tone is sending some flames. All right, Tone, I got you. I'm going to put all this in there. Today's topic, man, is a doozy. Corey Holcomb's going to be in the building. Claire Kia is in the building. Let me make sure everything is right for y'all. So, you already know the rules. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Hit the super chat button. A lot of stuff that I'm doing, you already know. Total Package Energy. Put it in front of you. Total Package Energy. My favorite energy drink. You guys got to support them. TotalPackageEnergy.com. Go there, buy 800 cases right now. This is a random number. 800, right? Go buy 800 cases of Total Package Energy right now. You need it in your life. Of course, I've got 2 of the 3 Gunny Fire and Sergeant Sauce from the Beal Sauce Get Down. You in the dig? Oh, shit. You in the dig? I need y'all to go to BealSauce.com. You know, I was there. I mean, those guys were here on the last show, on Wednesday's show. And the owner, you know, I guess the progenitor of this whole thing, he's like 80-something years old. He was in here talking mad shit. If it ain't Bill, it ain't real. I said, okay, Bill Sauce. He was in the building. He was giving it up. You in the dig? I want you guys to support all of these things. I also want you guys to support my work. I'm already, when I tell you, this might be inappropriate. Okay, I'll use the George Clinton. I'm already knee deep into the follow-up to the holographic relationship. You guys got to get these 2 books to get the follow-up. When I tell you the follow-up is nuts already, I've already written out the whole TOC, table of contents. Oh, my God. The Shrouded Lighthouse. I'm not going to say much more. That's the new book. The Shrouded Lighthouse. I'm looking. I don't want to rush it. Normally, it takes me about 4 years per project. But I'm moving so fast right now, and ideas are coming. I'm like a year and a half into the process already. Over the past 4 weeks. The Shrouded Lighthouse. So, if you don't have these books that preceded that one, The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship, available on Amazon.com. Go to Amazon.com right now. It's 3 different formats available for you. Kindle, Audible, paperback. You want The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship? Amazon.com is the place to go. Follow-up book to that, The Holographic Relationship. It's available at my website, IamZoWilliams.com. IamZoWilliams.com. Paperback version available there. Kindle or Amazon has the Kindle, And also the iOS platform has it as well. All right? Go get the books. You on the dig? This shit is moving kind of well right now. I was having technical difficulties last week or Wednesday. So I started early on YouTube just to make sure this feed is the real feed. We changed the cord. We had to get this shit together now.
So you needed to clear your pipes.
Yeah, so to speak. What in the world?
Listen, I just make things very plain so that everybody can understand them in a context that most people can follow. And so when you say things like that, people create a visual in their mind.
That was a visual.
And it's like, yeah, you paint your pipes up.
Yep. That was a visual. Okay, cool. So let me just say this right now. No, we are not live on Dash Talk X just yet. We'll go live on Dash Radio in 11 minutes. But for right now, I'm just in here vibing. You under dig? Trying to get the sound right. That's all. Y'all enjoy what we do. Please.
VOR Radio, where mindfulness, music, and meaningful conversation merge.
Yeah, this shit crazy. I can't wait until this channel launches. I've got some other stuff to play for you. You know, I don't care.
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up, guys?
What's really goody? You're locked into Cody Go Red's VOR quote of the day on Voice of Reason Radio on Dash Radio.
Here we go.
Let's get it.
Dash Radio.
Words to us all from the great Buddha. The root of suffering is attachment. Just let go.
VOR Radio.
Y'all not ready for VOR Radio, are you? I don't know. Maybe.
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up, guys?
What's really goody? You're locked into Cody Go Red's VOR quote of the day on Voice of Reason Radio on Dash Radio.
Here we go.
Let's get it.
Dash Radio.
There's truth in the power of the tongue. Buddha said, do not look for a sanctuary in anyone except yourself.
VOR Radio.
Yeah, you know. Where woke ain't no joke.
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up, guys?
What's really goody? You're locked into Cody Go Red's VOR quote of the day on Voice of Reason Radio on Dash Radio.
Here we go.
Let's get it.
Dash Radio.
American vet and jurist Oliver Wendell Holmes said all limitations are self-imposed.
VOR Radio.
Oh, yeah. I got about 50 of those. Yeah, I got 50 of them. Yeah, why not? We testing the sound.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up, guys?
What's really goody? You're locked into Cody Go Red's VOR quote of the day on Voice of Reason Radio on Dash Radio.
Here we go.
Let's get it.
Dash Radio.
Tradition becomes our security, and when the mind is secure, it is in decay. Quote by J. Krishnamurti.
VOR Radio.
Yeah, radio designed to change your life. I know. Just something I do. Yeah. All right, let me just do this. Oh, I'm so excited about it all. Let's just do this real quick. All right, we'll be back. We got 8 minutes until showtime. We'll be back. motherfuckers is pervs. Y'all see Mimi walk in and lose your shit. Damn. Look, Mimi, yeah, she enough. Mimi looking like what? Hog butter. That's bacon grease. Woo. Y'all like this track? Oh snap! Everybody in here tripping. They tripping, Mimi. Don't be walking in. What the? Somebody said, "Damn, Mimi looking like Mr. Goodbar." 2 minutes and then we going live. Mimi fine as fuck. They going off. This beat go dumb though. What uppers? The voice of reason about to be live in a couple minutes. Somebody said hog butter. That's a good one. It is. It's a real good one. Oh yeah, I shouldn't have to beg. Hit the like button now. Come on. Now. Right now.
Just had a fight with my woman over something trivial told her. We rarely have confrontation. Admit the shit I said really was bold. Real talk, I think she get it from my mama. Her bitterness passed down from old. Tip for tat when I'm calling out her trauma. She too defensive to listen, I'll call so. Looking at, I got problems. You got the type of advice that I need. I couldn't get through on the emergency. They know it's all another time that I need. Between working or being so clingy, cause the time zone difference don't make no easy. So I figured I'd call in early. Turn my life down, mercy, I got through. You tuned in, force of you, that's the show. Force of you, that's the show. So just lay back in my
way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light. See the light.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss a woman's ass. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my nip.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you rate women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Yep. We back up in here. It's about to go down in the town. Jesus. Shit about to be crazy. Oh, you like this music, don't you? That's why the mic ain't on, because you would be talking about it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Voice of Reason. This is the Friday edition. You do know the ladies dominate Mondays and Fridays. They come in, they slap us around with their hemming and hawing, with their soft shoeing and tap dancing. Greatest relationship roundtable show in the world. I love my panelists. Mimi came in here like, who is the villain that Wonder Woman has to fight? Cheetah, what was her name? Cheetah, remember the Super Friends? The girl that turned into the puma, the cat. Mimi up in here on the cheetah side of the game. You could have been in that movie. They got some goofy white girl playing her. It could have been you. Mimi in here, boy. Mistress of the monkey is in here. The monkey mistress. Y'all better give her props, motherfucker. Maybe deserve her props. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time tuning into the Voice of Reason, please understand a little bit about what I do. I'm a provocateur. I provoke conversation. Relationship conversation. It's important. You know how many people are tiptoeing around in their lives with thousands of unasked questions? You sleeping with a motherfucker, you got 400,000 questions to ask them. You just in the bed at night asking yourself these questions, hoping that they're going to pick up on the question you've asked in your mind. So this show is designed to ask these questions. Huh? This show is designed for that. Men are afraid to ask women certain questions. because we don't show our hand too soon. Fuck off the pussy run. This is a pussy run for a lot of us. I put in 1.4 miles of running. I'm gonna get that pussy.
Got my steps in.
I'm not gonna say nothing ruin this. So, very important show, very important platform. Do you know the Voice of Reason was created 11 years ago? 2008, April 10th, 2008.
Yep.
Created at Jamie Foxx's Foxhole Radio on Sirius XM satellite. It's no longer there. It's been replaced by Kevin Hart's LOL, Laugh Out Loud. But the Voice of Reason was one of the top rated shows day one. As soon as it came out, it was on fire.
Of course.
And now we're here at Dash Radio. It has gone through many developments and changes, evolutions. But there has been one premise. That is to make you toss and turn at night after the show is over, asking yourself questions, trying to find a way to continue the conversation that we started at the beginning of the broadcast. A lot of people I've connected with since the inception of this show. Fans, celebrities, professionals. Show has spread all over the world. And now we sit here today, 51,000 YouTube subscribers, 9.5 million views, and it feels like we've gotten nowhere. Just the tip of the iceberg, just getting started. The beginning of the journey. You in the dig? So today we got women in here from all walks of life, professional backgrounds. We want to create a forum where the woman can be heard. But I represent the ear of men. And you know how we do when you start bullshitting.
Oh, Lord. Oh,
when you start hemming and hawing. You know, men are quite direct. You know how y'all do? You pick fake fights.
Maybe. That's y'all.
I'm going to turn off your mic if you lie again. If you lie again.
You ain't never picked a fake fight to get
You
out
little
the
limp
house?
noodle. Okay. No, you know what I mean. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But you see, it's that bullshit right there, the deflection shit, where men disconnect. Like, what the fuck? You know I'm not talking about that. But you gonna talk about that shit to try to confuse me, cause me to lose my point, get frustrated, and then walk the fuck out, which is what you wanted in the first place. Oh, but we hip to the fuckery. Oh, yeah. So again, fake fights. You know, I really want something from you, but I'm not going to ask you directly. I'm going to create a fight, a fake fight, around a scenario. And then you're going to be like, well, why didn't you just ask after we go through the fake fight? You could have just asked.
Y'all do that Valentine's?
Stop it. Women play too much.
And Christmas time.
Yeah.
And all the holidays.
Look, everybody in the chat room is saying it right now. Stay focused.
Or when you got a new bitch on the side. Somebody else keep calling.
Here we go. And that's the end of that. While I'm setting up the show. Yeah, that's fine. The mics are off. So, yeah. Fake fights. You know how you do. Fuckery. I want him to say he misses me. So instead of asking him, hey, you know, I miss you. Do you miss me? I'd like to know if you miss me. No, let's start a fake fight. When was the last time you called me? I seem to be the one that's always calling you. I mean, are you really interested in me? Do you even give a fuck? I mean, I thought we were vibing. Why don't you just say you miss me, nigga? Say what it is. You know the fuckery y'all been taught? This show is to undo the fuckery. Everybody in there. There it is right there. Everybody saying, mute him. Mute him. This show is your panel, ladies. I've got another incredible topic for you. And it's amazing. I want you guys to check it out. I mean, it is an amazing topic. Are y'all ready?
Can you hear it?
Are you ready? I can hear you.
Okay.
In this room.
Yes.
Your mics are off. Let me get my bounce. My George W. Your mics are off for a reason. Because y'all won't let me set it up if your mics are on.
I'm glad you said that. No, because people have been giving me...
Are you talking right now? Wow. Off the air. Where's your mic? Let me see. Is this your mic right here? Let's see. Say something. Testing.
I'm not going to fall for that.
Just say something. Go ahead.
People have been tripping.
Bye. And we're done. Corey Holcomb just walked in. It's really about to be crazy. He came in right on time. You right there, big bro. Right on time. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason. The voice of reason is about to go into the stratosphere. We got a great topic. Are y'all ready for this topic? Here we go. Topic of the day: buy or sell. What women... This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Women are the I look at it like this. Women are the customers, and men are the salesmen in relationship. Men are pitching. Women are catching. Right? What are men selling y'all in 2019 that y'all are buying? Because promises work on y'all. Potential works on y'all. We pitching. In a few years, I'm going to be here. Men are selling. Women are buying. I want to know if you guys bought some bad stock. Get to your phone lines. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. What are women buying from men in 2019? Men, what's your best relationship sales pitch? Are men the salesmen of relationship, and are women the customers? If so, what are today's men selling women? Question: regarding healthy relationships, is it harder in 2019 to choose wisely? Because you know niggas will tell you, choose wisely, but don't tell you how to choose wisely. If wisdom hasn't been cultivated within you, how can you recognize it in somebody else? Choose wisely, though. Oh, God. What rules should there be in 2019 for relationships? The rules are different than they were when we grew up. Rules are all different. So the shit that we apply to relationships back in the day might be perceived as outdated by the youngsters. I remember back in the day when we was dating, that was a serious relationship, nigga.
Right.
We sat together.
That shit was real, my nigga.
Promise ring.
We wasn't even married, but we boyfriend and girlfriend.
We go together.
We go together.
Fine. Check yes or no.
That shit was real. That shit was serious. It ain't serious today. It is not serious today.
Oh, you about her?
I got some more questions. Why do black men feel the pressure to live up to the idea of being a white husband? A lot of black men are trying to live the white man's life. Now you start asking questions. Is marriage for black people? If marriage is a business and black people have 2.6% of the nation's wealth, 75% of that wealth is in the hands of boomers and entertainers. The rest of us is broke. Marriage is a business. That's a money maker. That's a legacy thing.
Yeah.
And if racism is everywhere, of course it's in the dollar too. So maybe marriage ain't for you, Nick. I don't know.
The hell wasn't for me.
I'm asking questions. In 2019, how can I deepen my relationship? Do deep relationships even matter nowadays?
Yes.
Do motherfuckers even care about being deep or deep off in that?
All of the above.
All of the above.
The same motherfucking time.
What about this one? Women, you guys probably can relate to this. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Why are men, so many men, some banal, why are so many men afraid to say yes or no? Yes, I date other women.
Right.
No, I'm not paying for your hair or nails to get done.
Right.
Because a lot of times, weak men are afraid to just, I'm not doing that shit.
Right.
And a lot of women will be attracted to weak men because they know they can get that shit done.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
The yoni carrot, y'all know how to dangle the yoni carrot.
I don't know if that shit work. Can we talk yet?
Am I setting it up?
Okay. I submit, King.
No, it's all good. The mics are open. Let's talk about it. Buying or selling? Are you buying what niggas is selling today, Peaches?
Hell, motherfucking no.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not buying that bullshit. Because, see, I'm the kind of woman that's going to ask you directly, can I have some dick? What are you doing? Will you come work this pussy right now and go home later? You know, I'm one of them direct females, so there's no game playing going on. I know what I want, and I know why I'm calling you, and I know I'm going to want you to leave right after because I'm going to feel like painting, and I don't want you here while I'm painting. Or I might go hit a comedy club. I mean, I just don't have time for bullshit, but I'm an older woman who's cool with being by myself. A lot of women are not in that place, you know?
Interesting. Mimi? And then we're going to go to Corey.
All right, there. Well, I think that men are selling and women are picking up some of the things they're selling. Now, it's hard for me to pick some of it up because I'm paying attention to the way you're moving, the things you're saying, because your actions and what you say got to line up. If they're not lining up, then there's something wrong with this picture. So once I notice this picture's a little faulty, then I need to step away from the picture or break it or throw it away, whatever needs to happen. But I'm going to notice that there's some faults in it because I've been around here a while now, you feel me? And so I can pay attention to certain characteristics of people in general.
All right, I can smoke a bag of that. Claire Kia. And then we going to get all the ladies that then Corey he going to clean up hit.
I think there's a lot of selling going on both sides, but definitely when it comes to men of this day and age, especially millennials, it's this concept of, I want to sell you the surface level of me. I don't want to give you any parts of me that are real or true. I'm selling you a character. It's like I'm supposed to read this play and I'm supposed to audition for a role. And then if I buy into the role, then we can play this game together. But if I'm not willing to, submit to the script, then you got an issue with it because I'm calling you out because you're not that in real life, in real time. That's who you are on Instagram. That's who you are on Facebook. That's who you are on social media. But who you are in real life is broke as fuck. So I'm confused. You want me to play this game with you in this script, but you don't even have sponsors to make sure that we eating. So I'm not playing your game, bruh. You can go over there. I'm going to stay right here, and then you can keep that shit.
Bring your ass in this conversation, little girl.
Well, I think there's a lot of bartering going on. So it's more like this exchange of goods. And it's dating is turning more to swap meet instead of
swap meet dating.
Swap meet dating, thank you, Lord. Yes. So, everything is sold at the lowest value these days, it seems like. So it's like, so instead of, man, I don't even want to pay that. How about I give you this, and I'll do this for you?
Right.
You do this for me. It's more of an exchange.
Real? Okay, all right. Corey Holcomb.
A lot of times.
So I was listening, and a lot of the stuff that you say applies to me as a younger dude, but me being an older dude and then been through a lot and played the marriage game before and really see it all for what it is. I mean, I am a consumer. And the reason I am a consumer is because I don't want you to feel bad when I look you in your eye and tell you it's my way. I don't have time for what you're talking about. I've looked at your whole get down, especially if I've been around you more than 3 times. And if you were successful, I wouldn't even be around you anyway. I'm around you because you need me. That's the position I'm going to be in. I ain't saying I'm rich, but I got a little dust to handle what you need.
Right.
It's a big lick for you, but for me, and here, go ahead, do that. But it's never, you have no demand questions for me. I call you when I want to call you. And I go when I want to go. And if there's a problem, let's stop it and try to be able to be friends when we see each other. Be like, hey, you been all right? Okay, good. But this is my life. And, to get to the point where I'm compromising with you, man, that means you about something and we done been through something.
Right.
Wow. That's big. What's the worst shit, ladies? And we go throw it back to Corey. What's the worst shit you've bought from a dude selling? He's selling you. He's selling himself to you. What's the worst shit you bought? Turned out to be a lemon. Maybe it's a part of his character, an aspect of who he is. Turned out to be a lemon. Look good on the outside. Look like a good deal.
I think
in foreclosure.
Yeah, I think for me, probably the worst was the man who hadn't dealt with his trauma or abandonment from his mom. So I bought that and I became that and I tried to mend and heal that and couldn't because it has to be done on your own. You have to heal your own self. I can't do that for you. So I bought into the role of trying to fill that space, trying to fill that gap, and ended up hurting me in the process. And then realized I can't even blame you because I agreed.
Wow. Good shit. Mimi.
I believe I bought into a role where, he was having businesses and I would step in to help and I would spearhead and take him to the next level. But at the same time, I feel like even though they appreciated it, it was kind of, I don't want to say it was a usury, but I feel like I bought into their dream instead of staying focused with mine. Yet I still need to be a part of their dream. But at the same time, I think I dug too deep, even deeper than they were interested in going. Because when I go, I go. And so sometimes you can get off into somebody else's stuff and you're going harder than them. And I think that I played myself in that instance because a person has to believe in it more than you. You can't spearhead someone else's dream. You have to spearhead your life, your dreams, and your goals and aspirations.
All right, you too. Me and Peaches.
I bought into a fantasy world. This nigga told me he was taking me to the sky. I believed the shit too because everything was lined up. But it wasn't me. It was like 5 other bitches in line too. And I was like, I was like number 2.5. I wasn't on the,
You was a 2.5 star.
I was 2.5 because I found out number 1 had kids with him. She lived in the house. I didn't know nothing about that bitch and found out about her when shit was coming to a head. Then the other bitch, the second bitch, was a younger bitch, and she was stupid. So he could just tell her anything, and she was like a yes, 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 yes. Then there was me, the bitch that could be a bottom bitch, take them all out, or disappear on the nigga and take all his shit out. So I just decided to back the fuck out all the way.
And of course, Sarah.
The biggest lie that I took was the fact that I thought he loved me. Like, you know, I thought that we were gonna get married. I thought all this kind of stuff, and he even told me that.
You about to cry?
No, he told me.
Got choked. He told
me that.
Her throat reminiscing on that cry she had.
He even told me that he loved him.
Hey, he loved it to me, but we couldn't get married because he was already married, and I didn't know, and I found out later.
But I love you.
But I love you.
That be the worst. That married nigga be.
Go ahead, Corey. Open the floodgates, brother.
Okay, I'm in here with the sisters. You know it's our job, so to try to get him the game if we gonna be around him and
We
kick
gotta
it with
tell
him.
him,
You gotta
right.
give him the game.
Yes.
I want to let every woman in here know if you are over 30 and you don't live with him, you are a street hobby.
I'm like,
I know that you are a street hobby. You can
Right.
say you don't know. You can say whatever. If y'all are older adults
I was talking passing.
and y'all fuck around, you a street hobby.
A street
A street hobby, just like people who hunt pigeons and shit like that. It's the same thing.
That nigga ski shooting.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
This nigga ski shooting.
I would never say that to be mean. It's funny. I try to be funny as I talk. Y'all know what I do. I'm just saying, but any woman out there listening,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, any man who love you will agree. If you don't live with him, you a street hobby. You something he sneaks away from the one that he trying to make it work with. I don't care what he told you. Oh, she is. We ain't get it.
Yeah.
Okay, she live there. You are the street hobby.
Oh my God!
Right.
You like the little cat that come to the window that gets some milk to, and then shut the door. You can't come in though, but here, take some milk. You know what I'm saying?
You that straight up.
Right. So don't act like you don't know. If you over 30, when we at grown folks' age, especially if you been fucking with him for, I'm saying, some girls be fucking with you for years.
Yeah.
And they justify everything that happened like you bullshitted. And you be wanting to say, bitch, you know we was both bullshitting. I don't live with you. You know I live with this motherfucker.
Right.
So I'm just saying, you gotta get you some street hobby t-shirts.
But he told me he worked a lot.
So let me ask Corey this question now. Corey, what are some of the things that we sell to women that work the best on them?
Mm-hmm. You can't sell nothing to a woman.
Go ahead.
Most women are intelligent enough to know it's bullshit. And all of them who act like they don't know it's bullshit.
Here we go.
Either you are the dumbest motherfucker in the world, goddamn, or you lie to yourself. You lie to yourself, which is the worst person you could lie to.
Yeah.
And if you used to lying to yourself, you will start to believe that everybody else fucking you over instead of you fucking you over. I think that people should just say, hey, you know what? I fuck with him, and he and me not on that level, but this is what I'm using as a physical thing to get off with right now.
Oh my
But
God.
letting your emotions get into it where you at and why we ain't this, you starting to make a mistake.
Uh-oh.
That's what I'm saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I didn't tell you before, I'm telling you again, this is the realest shit on the radio right now. If you want to know about relationships, not all that flowery stuff.
How you doing, all the street hobbies that's listening?
All you Tonka toys and remote control drones.
I see y'all later.
Hey, listening.
Candy
Hey.
Lane.
This is the Voice of Reason on Dash Talk X. I'm Zoe Williams, the Voice of Reason. We're broadcasting live on YouTube right now to nearly 1,200 people are in the box watching. I want everybody to hit the like button, the share button, and the super chat. Thank you for supporting the show. We in here right now. Buy or sell. I'm going to open up the phone lines. I want to hear from callers who have bought lemons. But here's the curveball. You bought lemons, but you turned it into lemonade.
That's right. Put a little vodka in it.
Yeah.
I like without the seeds.
Little ice.
The number to dial is 323-230-4610. I want to hear from it.
No pulp.
Right? I just want to hear from you, and men and women. I want to hear from men what you've sold to women that have worked. I always say lies work on women more than the truth.
It does.
Because I think the truth intimidates women. Because ultimately women want to control. But you can only control the liar. But no, not really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You really can't control them.
But you know what, too, though? Men that lie to women, some women don't want to accept the truth because it sounds too harsh, and they want to soften their blows in their fucked up delusion.
Well, Corey just pointed it out. He said, you motherfuckers know.
They know.
You can't have intuition and not know.
If God came down right now, would you look him in the eye and say, I don't know?
Yeah.
That means you're useless. This person who is supposed to be God, you start off with a lie to him.
I say, I would
or
say
her, or whatever it is.
Or it, right.
Or it. You gotta learn how to face that you fucked up. Until you know how fucked up you are, you can't fix it. Most people are fucked up. Me,
agreed,
and everybody else. I'm embarrassed that I'd rather pay you than try to get to know you. But they always go for the pay.
But it's honesty.
Small change too. I don't even want you if you want some big change. I can't do nothing with you. I can't be giving you that every time I see you.
Yeah.
This $100 must suffice.
Oh, wow.
It went up. It was 80.
Yeah, well, you know, this gas high out here now.
$100.
Bitch gotta come see you.
plus tax.
$100. That's a
I'm gonna put her in the Uber X. I ain't gonna let her when she gotta get dropped off after everybody else get dropped off.
Not the Uber Black.
This nigga paying for vape.
So one thing you haven't said is why men can't be with a woman, and there's a reason why. But have you ever asked why men can't be with a woman that messes with multiple dudes?
Oh, you know why? It's ego. You already know.
No, and it's also insecurity.
Ego, insecurity, fear.
Venereal disease.
We got a caller who calls in here. He probably gonna call in tonight.
Oh.
And we got a caller. I think he out of New Jersey.
Yep.
He got a little brother whose dick is bigger than his. He's got dick envy from his brother because they sharing the same woman.
Dick envy.
And every time his little brother go up in the girl, he blow her out. And then she go back. It's just.
And he put his dick in there and go ding ding ding.
But it really fucked his head up. You know?
Why?
He'll call in. Hey, Zoe from. His name is Zoe. Zoe from Sheboygan. Call in.
Yeah, Sheboygan boing.
So you know your little brother he smashing through more than what you smashing through. But what else he got over you, or what do you have over him? Because I'm here to tell you, this is one thing I know for sure. Niggas who smash the way a bitch want to get smashed, he has a place in her life. But other niggas have a place in her life too. This has been shown time after time. Because I was spending time with this girl who used to talk about how her husband put it down and all that shit. But I didn't even want to say nothing because I knew she was going to get mad. I'm like, well, why is my dick in your mouth? Can you explain that to me? If you getting everything you supposed to get at home, what you fucking with me for? The $100? I'll give you that anyway. If y'all gonna make it. You know
what did she say though? Did she tell you?
No, I didn't say it to her because I didn't want to. I knew that she wouldn't be able to handle somebody throwing reality at her like that.
And suck dick at the same time.
With your dick in her mouth. Yeah, that wasn't a good time.
I'm not afraid to tell her that. It's just at that time, I say that because she always, I think she says stuff about her husband because she has a feeling of guilt as she spent times with me. But even if it's true, I'll be wanting to say, well, what the fuck you out here fucking off on this nigga for?
Maybe your dick tastes better. Maybe he didn't eat it.
Whatever it may be. That's what I found out about
he
the
didn't drink
game.
pineapple juice.
Ladies and gentlemen, we
Girls
got a
just like
caller.
a lot of dick. What's wrong with saying that?
We got a caller on the line. Let's see if we got him on. Are you on the line, caller?
What up?
Tone Talks is in the building. You know his show is live
up,
right
TV?
after this one. Tone Talks on Dash Talk X. What up, Tone? Speak on it.
Yeah, man, it's funny because this show, I mean, me and you had sat around and thought about this topic. I think in some ways...
Somebody calling him.
Nobody's calling me. You don't have to say that. Hey, nobody's calling right now. Hey, I think in some ways, what ends up happening is that you and Corey are about, y'all some years above me, and then we got another group coming behind me that's like, new age, your son age. And I think that my age group represents kind of a transition into the Facebook, Tinder era, where you have like dating based on value more. And I think one of the things that also has happened is a transition in terms of the amount of wealth that this group had. So, for me, I think I was listening to everybody's answer. I do think that women can be lied to, but I'm not talking about the overt lie that I went to UCLA when I didn't or something like that. I'm talking about more so that I can provide you stability. And the thing is, America always told people that they would be able to do that if they went to school or something of the sort, and they changing all the rules. And I think for this discussion, what's interesting is women are not required to promise as much in terms of wealth to men, or really anything in terms of wealth to men, but men are required to promise, I'm not going to say the world, but they're required to promise enough. And we always change what that word means, enough. Enough for us to be stable, enough for us to go to Disneyland, enough for us to not have to deal with the world at large. And that enough number is really high now. And I find that a lot of men out here, as a result of that, they either promise outright or they promise by omission. So one of the ways that they promise is that they outright say that you're going to have my seed and I'm going to make sure that we all right. Well, you can't really promise that in a world that's based on inheritance. It's not a labor world anymore. I'm not guessing when I say this, but we talked about the Federal Reserve numbers. We talked about wealth and where it's going. So you can't really promise this ain't the factory job America. This ain't the garbage job America. Well, the other one is by omission. So she tells you, we going to go on vacation next year. And then you don't say we don't have enough to go on vacation. You just go quiet. And I see a lot more of that going on as well. So overall, what I think is kind of happening is that the promise is where to hide the truth from at. So, like, everybody just lives on the promise, which is really about a projection of tomorrow. That's kind of the way I see it,
Great points, man. I appreciate you calling. Hey, stay tuned to Tone Talks right after me. It's live. Appreciate you for calling in, brother, live on Dash Talk X. Thanks again. Tone Talks in the building again. He brought up some great points.
What did he say?
What he said. And I'll paraphrase.
Oh, okay.
He basically saying money dominates relationships. And if money dominates relationships, you can see that in the research of this guy over at UCLA. He's a relationship scientist. That guy, his name is Bradbury. Thomas Bradbury. Right? They basically said, if you got money, your relationship or your marriage lasts on average maybe 4 to 6 years longer than somebody who's poor. Number one reason why is because people that have wealth also have a different type of currency than poor people. And that currency is called leisure time. Poor people don't have leisure time.
No.
Poor people can't afford to get sick. All of those struggles tend to break down relationships. That's what these scientists have said. And what Tone is saying is, if you look at the wealth gap in context of black and white, we start to aspire and hope and dream for shit that's really purposely designed for only white folk. That's what he said. Now, your response.
I'm just saying rich white folks or white folks, middle class and higher, are not in the same situation as everybody else on the planet.
Talk about it.
I'm saying, like, first of all, white men let their women do all kind of shit that other people don't allow their women to do.
Like what?
I do comedy shows, and they be with their husband, and they say stupid shit like, sign my titty, and their husband be like, yeah, she likes it.
What?
Now, this is at these clubs where it's mainly white people. But if you somewhere where a black girl is with some black dude, and she say, sign my titty, I'm getting out the way because I know somebody finna get hit. And I don't want it to be me.
Right.
What we not saying in that stuff that they talking about right there is, hey, them people that they base that study off of, who are the majority, you know what I'm saying? It's like they live a different life. That's why the bitches stick around. But when men who not white have money, I'm just saying women don't stick around as much because it was never based off love, but they act like it was love. Them white motherfuckers be actually buying bitches. Donald Trump bought that bitch.
Yep.
He is the average white man relationship in America where they literally bought their bitch. Niggas who buy their bitch, they lie and say it's love attached with it. the athletes and shit, I love you. Really, you just want a bad bitch with you. So when your friends see them, they be like, oh, that's your girl. But it ain't, even if it's love involved, it still ain't, it wasn't based off truth. Them white motherfuckers, the only thing they have over us, they flat out purchase bitches and tell them, I'm going to take you away from all of that shit.
All this shit.
And I'm white, so in my house, the police ain't finna run up in here and all that shit. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, don't act like it's just some regular shit like what they do, we do. It's a whole nother thing going on.
All right, caller, you're on the line. You have a response to what Corey said?
Yeah, what up? This is Dope from Sheboygan, man.
There he is from Sheboygan.
Boing, boing.
Talk to us, man. Corey's in here, man.
What it do, Dick and his brother?
What did he say? I hear.
That's Dick Envy Brother.
That's
Right.
Sarah name.
That's his song, Dick Envy Brother. Sing it, Sarah.
Dick Envy Brother.
Man, that sounds like a TV commercial.
What's up, man? Talk to us.
Well, I caught myself in a situation, a little background, where my brother got himself in trouble, and one of his little chicks, I was digging, I smashed her, right? And, the whole story is I ended up marrying the girl. I got married to her and everything, and had 2 kids with her. But they got back together. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. Say that again, because wait. Say it again, because Corey didn't have his headphones on. Just give us the brief breakdown.
Is that too loud?
Between you and your brother. Just break it down, because Corey listening now. Go ahead.
When I was 17, bro, go to jail. I get his bitch. I fuck his bitch. I take his bitch. You know what I'm saying? One of his little, side bitches or whatever. I go to jail. He get back with her. I come home. She get back with me. But this is my then wife. I married her. I tried to, rectify it by marrying this, whatever. But she, through the little pillow talk, I asked her, man, what happened, man? How you know what I mean? And that's when I found out, his swipe, he put the swipe on her, you know what I'm saying? And I asked her, was it bigger than mine? And she was like, yeah, it's bigger than yours. And I tried to kill my kid, but that's when I found out, man. That's the background.
Okay.
But
What? No, I'm just saying. I'm like, this girl, we must see her.
Yes.
Because I'm sure it'd explain a lot.
She must have a large ass.
I'm gonna say this, bro. Like, she ain't the best looking, but
I know already. She ain't got shit going for her like that. I'm just saying for real.
But no, I don't got dick envy no more, because I found out you don't need a big dick to do a lot of things. You don't need a big dick to be funny. You don't need a big dick to, host a radio show. You need a big dick for one thing, man. That's it, dog.
Did he try to cuff me?
I'm going to set up.
Dang.
He said you don't need a big dick to host a radio show.
Oh, that's funny.
I
I think this story got some truth to it, but this motherfucker is actually charismatic and clever. That's on the phone. Trust me, this motherfucker good.
His brother's dick was the pathway to a higher understanding.
I am smart enough to realize that wood can get shit done in this world. It's just it can't maintain shit in this world. That's what I found out. It gets shit done, but it can't maintain.
And he talking about you don't need a big dick to do certain things. Yes, you do. So don't even try to boing. Try to clean it up. Your dick do need to be big.
Donald Trump. You think Donald Trump got a big dick?
Hell no.
Hell no.
And he got a lot of shit done.
Right. It's all about the motion in the ocean.
Well, he had to learn that.
But see,
you also got to be honest to say to yourself, there are some girls out here who need to be fucked frequently and a certain way. And when you get a girl like that, you need to have the courage to tell her, look, babe, I could tell. It's something wrong. You need to go out there and get what you need because you work for the airline and I ain't trying to fuck this up. So go get the shit fucked out of you and just kick it with me. You know what I'm saying? But that's older nigga shit.
She had a big pussy.
No, it's some girls out here where you can tell. It ain't just necessarily a big pussy. I had this girl who just had so much fucking energy. And I couldn't keep up with her. I knew it.
Yes.
Like when we was through, she'd still be, I'd be like, this motherfucker needs some more dick.
Oh. What do they call those,
Need to fuck some more. She might not be a nympho. That's what people need to realize. It might be me. What's wrong with saying that? I'm not attached to her like that where, you know what I'm saying, if she out there fucking with everybody that bothered me, but me and her had a good thing going because she worked for the airline and I ain't want that to go away.
Come on, buddy, pass me.
So go out there if you got to fuck because you don't get tired. One day I took this bitch to the little basketball game at the arcade, and she just kept shooting and shit. I was like, this bitch done played about 20 games. She was different. She did get tired. So I'm smart enough to realize I can't keep up with this motherfucker.
Oh,
I'm not stupid.
She didn't smoke weed.
Hey, listen.
She don't smoke weed, but she
needs
naturally got energy.
Listen, we're about to take a quick 30-second break. My kid, my son, my oldest son, New Williams, he's promoting a concert in Fresno tomorrow. I want you guys to go support the kid's vision. I'm going to play his little drop right now. Y'all support his vision, all right? Check him out tomorrow night in Fresno. Check it out.
Two-Tone Productions presents the Hot and Ready Summer at Azteca Theater July 13th at 7:30 p.m. with Lil TJ, Shorty, Kaylin For Real. Open to all ages July 13th. Don't miss out on the hottest concert in the 559 this July 13th. Tickets available at twotoneprod.com. That's TWOTONEPROD.com. Two-Tone Productions presents the Hot and Ready Summer at Azteca Theater July 13th at 7:30 p.m. with Lil TJ, Shorty, Kaylin For Real. Open to all ages July 13th. Don't miss out on the hottest concert in the 559 this July 13th. Tickets available at twotoneprod.com. That's TWOTONEPROD.com.
Support the kid.
Tune in and turn your life up on VOR Radio. The Williams is the VOR, voice of reason. On Dash Radio.
I got a new channel coming to Dash Radio, man. It's going to be crazy. Voice of Reason Radio, it's going to jump all the way off. You're listening to the VOR on Dash Talk X right now. Voice of Reason, man, we hear tonight's topic is crazy and it's getting hella real. Callers, call in and tell me what you buying and selling. If somebody came to you selling something, what would it be that would cause you to buy it? We talked about in a relationship context. What does he have to have in order for you to buy it? What does his presentation have to sound, look like, smell like? Sometimes presentation is the whip. Don't act like y'all ain't materialistic out here. 323-230-4610. I want to know how many. I want to hear from the brothers who've been selling some bullshit and getting away with it. You got some hella salesmen out here. You've heard it in the streets. They call it a cold mouthpiece. I want to hear from women who have been subdued by a man's cold mouthpiece. 323-230-4610. You're listening to the Voice of Reason on Dash Talk X. We turned up right now. Let's see. We got callers on the line. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from?
TJ out of that Vegas.
What up, TJ out of Vegas? What's the deal?
I can't call it, man. See, what's happening with you, man? Man, I love Corey being on this show because he brings the simplicity. Sometimes it get a little too deep. Sometimes these callers try to call in and sound like Zoe, and they not saying nothing. That shit is crazy. The last caller so last. That's why I laughed when Corey said, "What did he say?" Because the nigga didn't say nothing. He was just talking. But
you talking about Tone? Tone was saying a lot.
Yeah, yo boy. That nigga was saying a lot of
He said, "Yeah, yo boy."
Right. But it's a side that I think that y'all not tapping in on yet. Now, every woman wants something, right? That every woman wants to be married for the most part, right? Majority of women, they want to be married. But do they have the skills to get that out of a man? Or whatever they want out of a man. Do they have the skills to obtain that from a man? No, most of them don't. They bring nothing but hot pussy and wet mouth. Now, a man, what do we have? We have all the tools to do whatever they need. Whatever their dreams are to make them happy, I have the tools to provide all of that. So, yes, I am going to sell you something every time. It is my job to sell you something. You don't get a woman without selling her something. She has to believe in you. She has to believe that you are something. You ever see you can be with a woman, right? You can buy her everything. You can snatch the sun out the sky and give it to the woman, and she'll be like, well, but what about the moon, though? Why is that? That's because there's something else that you're not tapping into. Have you ever seen how these women will bleed a man dry, take every dollar he ever had, and get all the gifts out of him, and they don't respect him? Why is that? Because she doesn't respect him. It's something else that she's not feeding. He's not being a man. He's just being a trick. And she's going to look at you like you a trick.
Hey, did you read the 48 Laws of Pimpology by Pimp and Ken?
No, I don't mess with Pimp and Ken. No, I didn't read that.
All right, did you read the 48 Laws of Power?
Yes.
Did you read the 50th Law by 50?
No.
Okay, because all what you just laid down is street game.
Yes, I've got it. I've gotten a lot of game from pimps.
Clearly.
From pimps and hoes.
Clearly.
Niggas get game from their mama, too. It's just they don't say that.
There we go.
They mama been pimping.
We get game from everywhere, and we soak it up. But who is the master? Every man wants to be a pimp, right? The pimps are the masters, so that's where I got a little game from. But I'm not a pimp. I don't have to. I mean, as a man thinking, so is he. But still, like...
But see, let me stop you for 1 second, bro. Let me stop you for 1 second.
Oh, let me say something.
Okay, so you do know currently in America, right now, there are some very powerful trends happening. Right? Besides Me Too, besides feminism, very powerful trends happening. One of them is wealth calcification. That's what Tone was talking about. And the other one, which has been going on for quite some time, is the anti-intellectualism movement. America is one of the dumbest countries on the planet Earth.
Absolutely.
So maybe you don't understand what the fuck Tone was talking about because you're not smart enough to. That's something to be. That's something. But I'm just saying that's something to be. That's a way to look at it. But nobody tends to lean that way. Just like we'll call out other people and have them stand on some shit. But this motherfucker talk about some shit that's real. Now, just because we ain't never heard it, or maybe we don't understand how it's presented, or whatever, that doesn't mean we're in the intellectual position to critique it.
Right.
So I just wanted to point that out too. So it's easy for me to listen to you and go, okay, what have you read? Because I can hear the pimp in you. You know why? Because I've read all of these books and I know pimping can. And I
didn't read those books.
But do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I can see, and I was raised in the projects. I can see, like, oh, there's some pimp shit.
But no disrespect to that brother, because I understood what he was saying. I wasn't trying to bash him for what he was saying. But a lot of people was like, you know what I'm saying?
No, low key, you bashed him. It's fine.
No, but check this out. Let me say this.
Brother.
Let me say this about what this brother's saying, though. My time is important. And if you don't know how to deliver information, I might miss it. That don't mean you wasn't delivering information.
I agree with that. Yes, I agree with that.
But if you talk, like, it's just like when a girl who tried to tell you a car coming and you ain't looking because of the way she talk, you might miss it. I admit that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what this bitch talking about again? You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? So it ain't. Man, let me tell you something. I don't diss men with intent to make them look bad. I'm out here. This is what I do. I talk crazy. I see what that brother's saying right there. But it ain't to say Tone Talks ain't got nothing to say. I don't believe that. But how he gives the information, it will go over the head of a lot of people. Zoe, I said that on my show, right?
You did say that. Yeah.
I always ask you, break it down another way. Because if you're getting too deep for them, I know you'll lose them.
Right.
That don't necessarily mean they ignorant. It just means some people got a lot of stuff going on in their head. And if you can't get to it, they might block you out.
But if you can't get to it,
nigga. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't no diss. You talking to a motherfucker who ain't got concentration for that shit right there.
Yeah. But everything that I was just saying was just me trying to elaborate on what he said. So I got what he was saying. I was just trying to put it in another way so somebody else could see it. You know what I'm saying? So
but maybe putting it in another way is a handicap.
It is. It is. I know it is.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you, Zoe, when he got through talking, Zoe, what did he say? Didn't I say that? Because I missed it. And that ain't Tone Talk's fault. That's my fault. Because I was like, oh, shit, this nigga again. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't no diss to Tone Talks. It's something wrong with me.
Right.
See, I can say when I know something wrong with me. Because I'm like, nigga, what? What did you say, nigga? You know what I'm saying?
That's all I was saying. You know, we're trying to reach the masses on this show, and it's like,
no, hey, bro, let me tell you, man, we not trying. We reaching the masses.
Right.
True.
So, you know, hey, you know what it is, man. I appreciate everything you said, brother. It ain't no disrespect or nothing.
But
you already know.
Did I say any, like, when I was saying, I wasn't even trying to say it in a pimp way, you know what I'm saying? I was just trying to say, hey, this is, you know what I'm saying? This is another way. This is another reason to look at it.
But let me say this to you, caller. I agree with you.
Okay, that's all I want to know.
We live in a transactional society. Women, let me finish this thought, brother, and then I'll let you wrap it up. Women in this society have been conditioned. Corey gave a good point. He said sometimes let me do this. Sometimes it's conditioned by your mom, but women have been conditioned to be passive-aggressive prostitutes, and men have been conditioned to be Johns. And that's what he's saying. If you got some shit, you can get some shit. Somebody just inboxed me or DM me on what is that, Instagram, and said, this is what you be talking about. And it's your homie from the comic that you brought on with the beard. Not Grady, the other one from
Jeff B?
Yes. It's one of his spots, and he's talking to a girl in the audience, and she's like, you got money? And she walked away, and he was like, well, yeah, I got some money. She was like, well, here's my Cash App. He was like, all right. But the whole point was, he was like,
well, let me finger fuck you before I put it in the Cash App to know you serious.
Do you see what I'm saying?
You probably don't want nothing anyway.
Do you see what I'm saying? So this culture produces the pimp hoe dynamic. Now, that might be a crude version of it, but the same version of it is, I drive a Bentley. The same version of it is, I want an Oscar.
The same version of it is, like A$AP Rocky said, I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. I ain't got no shame. When I see a bitch, I'm like, damn, I like her. Can we fuck? Oh, we can't. All right. 200? All right, come on it.
But the pimp was making all them references, but what he didn't realize is most pimps are taught by bottom bitches, so they still learning from women.
Damn.
That is a part of what
saying
you were getting to, and I know that you're getting ready to get to this, which
But go ahead.
is
You could go there now.
just saying, like, black men have bought into the white man's dream. And the white man's dream was never predicated on partnership. It was predicated on ownership. So we are still slaves. We still don't know the fuck that we are. We are still acting like slaves. And case in point, we're not partnering together. We don't want to partner together. We just fucking. So if you want to fuck. But know that that's what the fuck you getting is just fucking. Now, if you want to out here be doing partnerships, if I'm owning my own shit, got my own car, doing my own thing, making 6 figures on my own, I don't need you to sell me a plot of land. I already got that shit. So what the fuck else do you have to bring to the goddamn table? Because then that means that I'm looking for a father of my children so that we can have legacy. So if legacy is not what the fuck you trying to do, you don't need to talk to a bitch like me because I'm not a bitch. What I am is a woman. You want a bitch. Get that. But understand what I said and why I said it, though. And I said it that way on purpose because I can be that bitch.
Here we go.
Oh, wow. But it's understanding that I choose to walk in my womanhood. And I choose to walk in that shit because I don't see you as a nigga. I see you as my king. So are you going to step up and be that shit? Or you want to still be a nigga? Because if you still a nigga, I ain't playing that shit. But I can be that bitch if you want me to play her. And then when I pull out and I find my king, don't be mad. Because you didn't want the role.
Wait, hey, get on the mic, Corey.
12 years.
No, I'm just saying, hey, sister, ain't that playing two different people? You two different things. You said you this and you that. Like when you stand on what you are, ain't nothing finna throw you off this. I'm a lady no matter what somebody else do, or I'm a bitch what somebody else do. You get what I'm saying?
Ooh, okay. Back and forth. Let's go.
Here's the thing. I don't disagree with you. I think that it takes a certain time. I was saying this the other day, that I think that there are a lot of women who don't graduate from the bad bitch role. They don't graduate into their queendom. They don't know how. So they stay in that role. They stay getting what they've gotten, and then they're mad because now they want to be a queen, but they're not carrying themselves as such. Every dude has to go through his nigga phase. Every woman has to go through her bitch phase. It just is what it is, so you can learn, because that's how we learn, is through contrast. We don't learn through just shit going right. We learn through adversity. We learn through what we don't want. So you got to go through what you don't want. But once you understand who you are and what you want, like you said, stand on that shit. And then once you stand on it, then you stand true in it, and you allow for people to see you where you are. Because trust me, when they see you, they step up to you.
Well, I mean, like my honest response to that is this. Everybody show you who they are. And you can pretend like this is just a phase that you're going through right now, or whatever somebody want to say. Who you are is going to come out, because we're not capable of not being who we are. You gonna show me something. Just like, I'm saying like anybody. They gonna show you what you need to see. I ain't scared of most of the stuff that somebody show me, because I'm not finna be in no situation that they call a relationship with nobody that I feel like don't love themselves. And if you don't love yourself, it's going to show.
Like a motherfucker.
You cannot hide it. That's all I'm saying.
Now, my retort to that, too, is it's not just black men, that have bought into, a white idealism. It's black women, too. And we judge each other by a measuring stick that we didn't manufacture, that we didn't create. So it's not bidirectional, or it's not unidirectional, where, black men are doing this to black women. It's black men and women doing this to each other. It's bidirectional, right? We're judging and evaluating and critiquing each other using a system that we're not the authors of. That's number one. Number two, you want your man to be a nigga if he knows what it means.
Yeah.
We got to stop having this old, dumb conversation until people really figure out what that word means. Part of white supremacy is to undo your original shit. And nigga is your original shit before it was used as a tool of slavery. Yeah. All you got to do is look at all of the words all over the world that are related to the word nigga, God, king, sovereignty, all over the world. So again, we empower 400 years in the hourglass over millions of years of existence. Are we going to let the white man say, hey, give me this special word that y'all use to denote your royalty and make it mean ignorant because of the 400 years of servitude we forced you into? Or are we going to say, fuck you, whitey, and your dictionary. I'm going to take this word back and use it for how I used to use it. No, but then you got uppity niggas that's taught by the system, not knowing that they are really pastors and bishops of white supremacy, telling you don't use this word when they haven't done the research to find out, oh, the word meant God, king, negus, negus, nagas, Niger, Nigeria, all these words, Ngosi, all these words mean God, king. Hey, nigga, stop using that. It means ignorant in the Webster's dictionary.
No, nigga, you ignorant and you bothering me for talking.
So you see what I'm saying? So there has to be a full circle breakup with white ideas if we want to have right relationships with one another.
But yo, let me say something to you, Zoe. Like, Zoe, we ain't like with me and Zoe. During our relationship, Zoe and me ain't always had chemistry. Like it just worked right away. Me and Zoe done had our barkings and whatever at each other. Yep. But one thing about Zoe that humbles me, and I'm sure it humbles a lot of people because I hear him say it, the man put some effort into getting knowledge. Yeah. And when you talk, motherfuckers know when you know what you're talking about.
Right.
See, I know when somebody throwing numbers out there and when somebody is talking from really. So, didn't you say you done read over 4,000 books?
I done read near that, yes.
It shows. When motherfuckers talking numbers, I peep it. I have a radar inside me where I'll be like, okay, motherfucker, you got them numbers down pat. Congratulations. I can put that together at night on my computer. You get what I'm saying? But somebody who really does what they are supposed to do to step to the world in that way, it shows. You can't hide it. It all go back to what I'm saying. Motherfucker act like they this, you can act like you there, but I'm finna watch, and I'm gonna peep it. I mean, oh, you full of shit too, huh?
Yeah, so smart ass, no humble motherfucker.
The man got knowledge. The man that put some time and effort into his shit.
Oh, smart ass.
That's why I be like, even when I don't agree with Zoe sometimes, I be like,
right. Oh, smart ass God king ass nigga.
No, I'm just saying, man, there's a lot of people out there doing this research. KRS-One is one of them.
Yes.
You know, KRS-One has been all over the world compiling the words, the Nagas. The Nagas. What? The Nagas. Yes, the serpent god kings. I mean, that's who we were. That's who we are. The dragon Moors, dragons, all the reptilian devil shit. That old serpent in the Bible is a fucking black man. White people took your black religion, whitewashed it, and made you the devil in their book. That old serpent. Oh, but when you was in Egypt, the serpent was on your crown as the Uraeus. Oh, but okay, the Egyptians are the bad people in the Bible. These niggas constructed this shit this way.
Yes.
Now what? Oh, no, they didn't. I went to school for... Nigga, who school? And who authored the philosophy of the school? Is it Western philosophy?
Niggas be like, I read the books. I'm like, well, why it don't show? I can't tell you what you did, but when motherfuckers be saying, I read this, I be like, it don't seem like it. I can't tell you what you did, but I'm just saying, motherfuckers who really have the discipline to get down in the studies, I'm telling you, it show. I got niggas that got out of jail, and these motherfuckers, you can tell they ain't bullshitting. They out there really into it, and it show. But all you motherfuckers who be talking about what you do, okay, I'm watching you, nigga. And what my eyes are, it ain't nothing. But I'm just saying, I ain't the only one watching you. While you acting like you all into this motherfucking intelligent shit. You're not.
Right. But this is why I say, in context of relationships, you got to remember what American society does to people. You got a tax bracket. There's educational brackets. Master. What discipline are you studying? Right. Well, what's your major? What's your minor? Mm-hmm. There's brackets for everything. Right. Mm-hmm. So what makes you think there aren't brackets for relationships? See, they put you in these brackets that get you to look for brackets. In other words, relationship is a puzzle piece in Western society. Your job is trying to fit into something. And this is why most of these motherfuckers don't work, because here you are trying to fit into the normal box of society, trying to fit into the cool box, trying to fit into the balling box, the winning box. But at the end of the day, the real purpose of relationship was for you to discover you. And in all your fitting, you've lost sight of who the fuck you really are.
You should ask yourself, if somebody is really on top of their game and doing what they supposed to do, what the fuck is they doing around you?
How about it?
Damn.
How about
be
it?
busy.
Come on.
Are you that ignorant where you can't see how flawed you are, and somebody who really is on top of what they supposed to be on top of, they can't be around you. You'll only bring them down.
Right.
You'll only destroy them. Look at everybody before this person. I'm talking about men and women. Like, is men around women that they know I'm only going to bring it down.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's women around men. Man, I ain't going to lie. I will say this about women. It's a lot of women who don't even think like that. They think they are supposed to bring you down. Ooh. They talk shit as they leaving like they did the last relationship. And you be like, but you ain't even advancing nowhere. You just making the suckers fall in love, and they all lead the same way with a fuck you and them kids.
But they turn into brackets. Speaking of brackets, it'd be a tournament bracket.
Right.
Like, who else? Oh, next on the list.
I think people who ain't really doing shit but talking should only fuck with people who talking.
Ooh.
That's some real shit right there.
I'm just saying.
You're listening to the voice of reason on Dash Talk X. We going in right now. That caller from Vegas got us turned up. Shit, we went into anti-intellectualism and the history of the N-word and all types of shit popped off in here.
Pimping and pandering?
Pimping and hoes. But at the end of the day, big dick, little dick.
Oh, yeah.
All the dick.
Yep.
Dick, little
Greater
dick.
than, less than.
Cut off the lights so you don't see my gray balls.
Oh, my God. Gray hair is
There
sexy,
is
though.
nothing wrong with gray ball hair.
Yeah. Gray hair is sexy. Salt and pepper.
I ain't got the shave for you, huh, Donnie?
No, you wouldn't have to shave for me. I like to know my men are grown. I need your balls
like-
to have a little seasoning on.
You like penicillin on your bread? Is that what it is?
No, I don't need no
little blue
penicillin.
cheese.
Little blue cheese on your bread.
No.
Right.
I just don't mind gray ball hair.
Nah, hey, but it's real. It's real.
But I wouldn't expect you to. No, that just be signified. I know Donnie. We can crack jokes.
Yeah, we can crack. Yeah,
I know you ain't tripping over my gray ball here.
Nah, I ain't tripping. Because you going to see some gray.
No, but again, this is what I'm saying. If you want communion, you've got to get the social filter out of the way. The social filter is the social game rules. That's what put pressure on motherfuckers. Have you seen certain families poor than a motherfucker, but feel bad when Christmas come around because they can't afford the gifts? They want to participate in the social game rule. They want to participate in all this bullshit that's designed to make the system wealthy. Do you understand? There's a pressure in trying to fit as opposed to saying, you know what, I'm going to write my own fucking narrative. When you write your own narrative, now you are living and walking and breathing on a path that you laid for yourself. Now, as you walk this path, you're going to make fucking mistakes. And your job is to correct the path as you go. But at least it's yours. You got motherfuckers that, do you know, during Christmas time, during the holiday season is one of the most depressing seasons for a lot of people.
Right. But you know what, Zoe? Actually, I don't know how to do it out here, but in Texas, it's like the most amazing time for poor people because all the white people, everybody that wants to give out, get the tax breaks, they give out the best gifts. I volunteer so I can snatch some for my nephews.
What kind of Walmart dreams is this?
It's really awesome.
She's like, they give away all the white people handouts.
and she volunteers to get the gifts.
It's one of the best times of the year, Corey.
That's some really deep information. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing that you it ain't bad. It's good that you know that. Yeah, okay, I see what it is. You know what I'm saying?
The white people time of year.
No, I'm
talking about the poor people.
Well, listen, guess who's back on the line right now, if I'm not mistaken?
Dana.
Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What up, Zoe? I know you want
Tone Talks is back.
Tone Talks and Talks.
That's the thing that's so interesting about the caller, dude. So sometimes, it's funny because I came up with ADOS, and I'm telling you right now, it's got to be like 200,000 people, old, young, whatever. So I know that black people get this. It's just if you want to talk in pimp language from the 60s. So what ends up happening is that everybody says, well, slow down. No, this ain't about slowing down. You got to speed the fuck up because the world is speeding up around you. So let's get back to the show. The show is about promises. The key question is, why do men got to promise shit and women don't? And what I'm talking about is a dynamic where there's so much economic chaos that we don't have the ability to make these promises. But if you learn from somebody that came up in the 60s during a very stable time, everything you're talking about is dated. That's it. Ain't no way to say it simpler. You learn from a garbage man. You learn from a pimp, a factory worker. That's what he learned from, somebody old. That man taught you wrong. So everything that dude was talking about self-empowerment and I got the tools, it sounds real good until you can't deliver. And that's what my point was, is we live in a different moment. Now, I don't know how to tell you no different, but I can show you the numbers. That's all I wanted to call back and say, because I think sometimes people don't understand. We moved it. I done got reparations tabled in America right now. We talking about reparations because of me and Yvette. That's it. Bar none. But that's all. I just wanted to call none.
All right, brother. Thank you for the call. This shit is real up in here, man. This real conversation. How you gonna build your relationships out of this clusterfuck that we in America right now? Wealth calcification, pimping and hoeing. Huh?
He visits. It's a reason you got the kids. It's all set up for us to be out here fucked up. We out here fucked up because family is not priority. It's who I feel like fucking with right now.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it right there.
Wow, that's big.
Well, you can learn a lot about somebody when you just look at their family. You be like, okay, let me see what she got going on over here. Or let me see what he got going on over here. Be like, oh, he totally fucked. You know what I'm saying? God damn. Let me get into my savagery and get this pussy and get the fuck on about it.
Yeah.
You definitely don't want to look at my family.
Wrap up first.
Right.
Hey, I want to open up the phone lines. What are you buying and selling in relationships? Have you bought a lemon? Meaning, has somebody sold you on a dream and you got in a relationship with them and it turned out that dream was a lemon? Part of the citrus family. No, call us. Let us know. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from? Hey, turn your life down. Your life is loud.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, Joe?
Yes, sir. What's up?
Hello.
This is, hey, ladies, how you doing? What's up, Mr. Holcomb? What's going on?
Hello. What up?
Real quick, make it short, man. I bought this girl shit, man. She told me she was worth it. She chose me, but I tried to turn around and say, all right, well, let me see what you about. Let me see if I can choose you. And just, I'm lost, man. She told me she was worth it, and it ain't looking like that. 9 months in, money spent, man, and ain't shit going down.
So I'm going to let Claire Kia help you. She's going to walk you through this situation. Claire Kia.
Okay. So what exactly did she sell you? Like, how did she take you for this ride? I'm curious as to how she did it, because then I can help you. I don't know nothing.
I know. I'm just trying to keep it short. I know how this show go. I ain't trying to go on and on.
But you've talked, so what's the ride like? Take us on the ride.
Well, she approached me.
Keep it short, nigga.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
1 minute story.
So she approached you?
She approached me. Bam, bam, bam. We talked. I said, well, hey, it's been a few months. What's up? She said, well, I'm not. Well, anyway, what she did, 9 months in, long friendship, I told her I was trying to, get with her. She really wasn't ready for it, or so to say, but I said, well, hey, I'm going to stop pursuing you. And she kept reeling me in like this. So you just going to quit? It's like, huh? So you just going to quit?
So what were you doing during this time? So you're like going out with her, you're buying her things. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So you're going out with her, you're buying her?
But not buying her things. No, not buying her things.
Okay.
Just was trying to show her, hey, I'm serious about you. What's up? And it just never happened. She has lupus, right?
Okay.
I even went and got the damn cure.
Ain't no cure for lupus, nigga. You lying.
Dr. Saban.
It is through a holistic doctor known through Godfrey.
So you really grew to care about her.
Yeah.
And she and what happened was what? She decided that she didn't want to be where you wanted to be.
Well, she didn't ultimately decide that. It's just like, I'm tired of this shit.
Okay, let me jump in here.
Damn.
Let me jump in here real quick.
Please.
No, she didn't.
You think she owe you, huh? Let's just get to the root of it. You think she owe you?
The only way I think she owes me is...
It's a yes or no question,
to
brother.
give me a yes or no. Yeah, a yes or no on whether you want me or not.
But you already know that.
I feel she owes me.
But you already know that. That's the thing, is that you talking all of this, and this whole entire time you've been selling yourself. That's my point, is that you've been doing this, and you know good and damn well that you can read the signs and the signals just as well as women can. So you've been doing all of this the whole entire time.
Hoping she was going to change.
Yeah, and wishing that she was going to be there. But when did you have the come to Jesus conversation with yourself?
When he bought that lupus cure.
Shut up, dude.
Off Amazon Prime.
So now the question is really you want a live answer from somebody who has already given you an answer, because no answer is an answer. Indecision is a decision.
Well, don't call me. Don't text. Don't do nothing.
So stop responding.
Stop
That's
responding.
on you. You
Yeah.
are a grown man. You dictate your life, bruh. You are the one who is jacking yourself off, not her. So make sure that you are making sure that you are pleased. Cut her off. What is wrong with
Well,
you?
you know what?
He too weak to cut her off. He ain't gonna cut her off.
You have to cut her off. If you want to save your sanity, you're going to have to cut her off.
This goes back to your setup, Zoe. Yes and no. He can't say no.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Corey. Give him some advice. Corey,
hey, bruh.
What's going on?
I'm just saying, man, you got to know that it's not working. You know what I'm saying? And trust me when I tell you this. I done been in relationships, I'm talking about as recent as 2 years ago, where I kept trying to fix it. What you gonna find out, man, you can't fix this stuff. When energy is moving right and intentions are moving right, it shows itself. People show you my intent is well by you. You have to really, it's not easy to do, but you have to have the courage to be like, I'm going to chalk it up and get on away from this because it ain't right. It's been a long time and it ain't right. It is not going to get right. Now, that's just a man talking to you, but trust me, man, I believe in this stuff I'm telling you, man. If you've been around somebody and it ain't working, you done put real effort into it, you have to say, okay, let me try to fix this by moving on.
Right.
All that money, all the effort, all the time, all the everything you put in it, you got to chalk it up to the game and walk away from it, G.
All right, caller. Thank you, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, I got somebody special on the line real quick. A little bit of a break from what we doing right now. Is this my son?
What's happening?
This my boy, New Williams. What up?
Hey, congratulations on your show, your concert.
Hey.
Thank you.
Yeah, so what's happening, man? Tell everybody where they can go buy these tickets, man, because this nigga over here sweating. He's sweating. He don't understand that Fresno niggas come out at the last minute. Right. He like, I got to pay these niggas.
They on that credit card shit.
He's niggas on that credit card shit.
I got a walk-up crowd. Last night when I did the Irvine Improv, it wasn't sold out by the credit cards, but by the time the show started, niggas woke up.
Walk up to it and sold it out. There you go. So where can people buy the tickets, man, to get down with your program, bruh?
They can buy the tickets at twotoneprod.com. That's TWOTONEPROD.com. You want to get directly to there, go on /events. It'll take you right to ticket page. Get your tickets there.
There you go. Hey, man, there's a lot of niggas in my chat room. We got nearly 1,600 motherfuckers watching us live right now. There's a lot of niggas calling you Lil Shark. You want to deal with that?
I'm trying to figure out what that is. Like, what is
because this nigga Corey Holcomb said I have a shark head.
Zoe is always in hat. That's what I said about Zoe. He's always in hat.
So look, man, hey, we appreciate you for calling in. I'm going to play your drop one more time, but thank you, kiddo. Keep doing your thing and have a strong summer this year, man. And season is coming, senior year. This nigga about to do it, my nigga.
Do it. Can they pay at the door too, New?
That's what, can they pay at the door?
They can pay at the door. It's $50 at the door, so get them pre-sales if you don't want to be taxed.
All right, they singing "Baby Shark" do right now, so we about to leave. Thank you, kiddo.
We all proud of you.
All right.
That's so wrong. That's so wrong.
Listen, you're listening to the Voice of Reason on Dash Talk X. We up in this motherfucker right now. This conversation is lit. We got Claire Kia. So Claire Kia is a musician. Corey is in here he's showing a fat lady next to a bag of onions, and they look identical. Corey Holcomb is in the building right now. Mimi, Michelle, keeping it real, Dukes. Up in this motherfucker looking cheat-terrific. Yeah.
What it do?
Then we got, a lot of people have been talking about them things you got. I posted a picture of us together. Yeah. And one of the most creative was throw pillows. Somebody said she got them throw pillows. That's Peaches. Donnie Keith in the building. Say what's up to the people.
Hi, guys. Me and my throw pillows. Say hello.
Throw pillows.
They're more like globes, though.
And then next to her, no slouch in her own right on the
globes around.
Exactly.
On the rack side of the game. We got the homegirl from Houston in the building. Houston, Texas. You know who it is. It's our girl, Sarah, without the H. Yeah. Say what's up.
Hello.
Yeah. So the phone lines is lit. Y'all buying and selling bullshit in relationship. Every time we put on a mask, we selling our partner. We selling the world something. We selling our boss something. We selling our intimate partner something. We selling our friends something. We selling our family something. Mm-hmm. Carl Jung talked about the mask we wear. Hmm? We all salesmen to some degree. Right. How much do weaves and eyelashes Got to get my George W. And instant dreads and all types of other shit.
I want some Fall Out Boy.
I want to know. I think they look good, though.
For real? I want to.
I think they look good. See, let me just tell you the type of dude I am. I don't really care. If you're attractive, I know women go through different phases. They change their hair, they change their makeup, they change all types of shit. I don't really care. Mm-hmm. But there's certain motherfuckers who be looking at you like, you ain't real. I think it all works for me if you could if you could deconstruct, take off all that shit and still be bad after it's all off. I'll be okay with that. Look at Corey. Go, Corey. There you go. That's the setup. Go ahead, Corey.
It's not about. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if I was around a woman who was in costume all year, I would ask her. I would say, why do you wear that all year?
Yeah.
Are you scared to face the world as who you really are? That's all I want to know. Because if you always in a costume at the WOW, people gonna be, well, goddamn, what the fuck? Who are you? Why do I have to see you in the emergency room before I find out who you really are?
Right. When you go to the hospital.
When they done ripped all that shit off you and you can't get to it. That's normally when you see the girl. Like the joke I got about, they be like, oh, your wife is in there. You was like, no, I was in there. There's some gangbanger asleep in there. No, that's your wife. That's your wife. That's how she really look. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Thug niggas till we die.
Oh my God. And you don't have no real friends if they don't tell you it's time to change your weave direction, your eyebrows, thicken them up, loosen them down, something. You ain't got no real friends if your friends don't tell you stop drawing your eyebrows like Joan Crawford.
Oh my God.
Bitch be drawing her eyebrows like the Baphomet and shit.
What are you buying and selling in relationship? That's our topic tonight. We're having a great time. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it.
Steve-O from Vegas.
Steve-O from Vegas. What's the deal?
Hey.
Not too much. Just calling in. I've actually been in a relationship for, I think, 19 years now, so I'm 40, since I was 21.
Mm-hmm.
We've been through pretty much everything, and plus being for Vegas is a little different. I mean, just go on the strip, you can sleep with who you want, when you want, how you want, around the world. I don't know what the other fellow was talking about. He might just move to Vegas or something. And it don't cost you nothing, because most people ain't there with that atmosphere. Most people are there partying and having fun. So all you do is move with the party. You won't sleep with whoever. And over my 21 years of being in a relationship, well, I got a 12-year-old son, which is not by her, but after I had my son, after we broke up, she just came home and he was there and she was good with it.
Okay, well, thank you for Thanks for taking us down. We appreciate it.
Dang.
Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Jay by way of Houston.
Hey, Houston.
Houston in the building. What's the word, man? Talk to us.
H-Town.
Bishop Holcomb, Pastor Williams, Deacon. I just want to thank you guys first and foremost, and I want to give you guys some roses really quick before I answer the question. Zoe, I just want to thank you for the Mansion series. You know, you really helped me find my divine self. Corey, ever since I seen Shaq All-Stars, I think a few days after I seen it on Netflix, I seen your show live at the Improv. This is like back in November, December. So I done seen you live about 10 times. I think the original question was, what do guys use to sell to women? I feel like everything is individualized. So I agree with everybody. Tone, Zoe, Corey. I feel like whatever they're looking for, and if you that guy, you know, you get them on looks, sex, entrepreneurship, fathership, manhood, whatever the case may be, and that's something that Zoe really taught. You know, just individualized. Nothing is absolute, and nothing is nothing is group thinking. So I just took that mentality and applied it to every aspect of my life, and I just want to, you know, thank you guys for that. And I appreciate you guys for even introducing me to Bobby the whole crew, because you guys really put that wisdom out there, and you guys really changed lives, and I appreciate it for myself and the ones around me because I give it to them. So it's all love.
All right, brother. We appreciate the call. Thank you.
Yeah.
Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, Joel, this is Kev.
What up, Kev? We're calling from Watts. What up, Watts?
What's up?
Hey, what's happening, ladies? Corey, Joel.
Hi.
I got a cold one for you because I was listening to the young lady speak earlier, how she was talking about a queen or that bitch. My little brother is dealing with a situation right now where he got a girl. You ask her, she says she that queen, but everything she doing, she showing she that bitch. Now the coldest part about it, they cohabitating and stuff right now. They dealing with little issues, but every time it comes down to the point to where he's, how do I say, staying on his square and doing as a man should do, protect, provide, do what the hell he's supposed to, lay it down in bed, do her how she's supposed to be done. But yet, she'll still come at him telling him a bunch of bullshit. Now, when I say a bunch of bullshit, it's kind of funny because it's that generational thing. She a rendition of her mama. And in that, I'm trying to get my little man to understand, like, yo, she's not showing you the queenly stuff that she says she is. You better get on before she fly on you, and then you be really stuck. And I'm trying to get him to understand that. There's a few of us trying to get it.
So hold on, pimp. Mimi and Corey are going to address your issue right now, starting with Mimi. Mimi?
So you say that she says she's a queen, but she acts like a bitch. So what is she doing exactly? Like, so is she acting like, oh, I'm this and that, and then suddenly she's disrespectful to all the people that are around? Or, where are you getting this from so I can understand how to answer the question?
Okay, as far as her queenly stuff, she say, yeah, I got a job. I can take care of it by myself. She basically wanted him how the stereotype, I'm a strong black woman, I don't need a nigga type stuff.
Right,
but
right.
We all understand you can say that, but we know you need a nigga.
Right.
Even if it is just for that. You know what I mean? But if it's just for that, keep it that way.
Mm-hmm. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, then you need to holler at your man, first of all, and understand who he is, because some men like that. So because you're looking on the sidelines and you're saying, no, not my guy might be turned on by this bitchiness. So,
by this goofy shit.
Yeah, because some people are turned on by the goofiest shit you could imagine. He can't have no regular bitch. That regular bitch ain't enough for him. She ain't calling enough. She ain't in the window looking and peeking and poking, so she ain't the one for him. So you got to understand who you dealing with as your friend. Understand your friend first, and then you can tap back in and then help redirect him. Because if he thinks that stuff is cool and she the one for him because she fighting for him, or she stand up to him, then there's not much you can do with that.
Yes, Pastor.
Yes, but
now I gave it to him on that bit because I had to tell him. I said, "Nigga, you just got done fucking with the pool of hood rats.
Hold on,
now you got one that."
Caller, hold on 1 second. We gonna get Corey in here, then we gonna wrap with you, Corey. Your advice, you probably didn't even hear a word.
I'm listening to everything that's happening.
Okay, what are you?
I'm listening to everything that's happening.
What's your response, Corey?
Well, I'm just saying, it's like there is no, it's never two people. It's one perpetrating to be another. Now, who does she always be? That's what it really is. You know what I'm saying? Who is she? Because bitches always be bitches, even when they smile and act like it ain't all, like they are acting good. Bitch, I see you. I see you. But also, you must understand on top of that, like Mimi was saying, it's like, dude is a bitch as well. Because he's around that type of shit. If he wasn't about that, he'll be gone. Or he probably ain't graduated to that level yet where you realize if I'm around this shit, this is what I am.
Mimi, hold on, pimp. Hold on, pimp. We got a couple more responses. Peaches, Sarah without the H, and Claire Kia gonna respond to this shit. Go ahead, Peaches.
I just think that, people can't be themselves, period. And the only way you're going to see a person for their real self
You wasn't listening?
by watching them.
You wasn't listening. Huh?
Sort of.
You just kind of came up with some bullshit. Okay, cool. Let's move past what the fuck Peaches just said. Caught her ass just off.
You caught me. Because Corey
people be making pecan pies without pecans sometimes.
Corey showed me Corey just showed me the ugliest fingers, and it fucked me up.
Okay, let me turn your mic off. Shit. Sarah, go ahead. Were you listening or are you high? Because you could be high.
I mean, that is a possibility. But at the same time, I was like, I'm just going to say lesson learned.
You wasn't listening either. Okay, cool. Claire, let's go.
Oh, dear Lord. My God. Oh, fuck. What the fuck?
See, Corey fucking it up.
Okay. So here's the thing, right? Is that my thing is that people have to, my mom told me a long time ago when I started becoming sexually active, she said something to me. And she said, Kia, you really have to understand what a person's definition of freak is. Because one person's freaky isn't another person's definition of freaky. And so my thing to you with your friend is her definition of queen is what she's showing. That's the type of queen that she runs. So whether you may think it's a bitch or whatever it is, that's her definition of who she is. So if your friend is sticking around with that definition, then that's what he wants. And you have to be okay with allowing him to want his definition of what he thinks his queen is. Because everybody's definition of who they are is really what they're showing you. Not the words that they're saying, but the actions that they're taking. So who she is who she is, regardless of the word that she's using.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to get him to understand. You're right. That's what I'm trying to get him to understand. Because if she's not going to show her queenness like she's supposedly standing on, I just told him yesterday, a duck is a duck. If it walk like a duck and quack like a duck, it ain't no goddamn wolf.
Okay, brother. Thank you. We appreciate it.
She's just a queen.
And we appreciate
She a queen when he hitting that bottom. He like, shoot, my queen.
Right. She a queen bitch is what she is.
My assessment for this brother is he's dating a bitch. Because that was the thing. The bitch between bitch and queen, right? He's dating a bitch because his mama was a bitch, and he wants to date his mama. He wants to date. Corey's showing these wild ass pictures.
Thank you.
Okay. No, he's dating a bitch because his mama probably was a bitch, and his mama probably raised him as a bitch, which makes him a bitch in the situation. This is why he tolerates it. It's just that fucking simple.
See, I really was paying attention, but Corey's making it hard.
Yeah, but Corey's making it. Be quiet.
But the thing is with that guy though, I can't comment on the guy because I kind of know what's going on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that's what his friend like? Why don't he just mind his own business?
He should. It's like
really
he the unwanted Dr. Phil friend.
Yeah.
You're doing yourself harm, right? Mind your business. He probably single.
Yeah, just be a shoulder to cry on.
He just want his friend to be able to hang with him at the bowling alley on Wednesdays and Fridays so they can win. That's all that's about.
Shoot, or he's disappointed in the manliness that's not happening when he's in the room with his friend. He thought better of his friend than that because I got homies like that. Like this dude, he's married to his wife and she bosses him around, and the other guys can't understand it because when he's away from her, he acts so manly. But when he gets with her, she runs the whole shit, and he loves it. He likes her to be in control.
You know why? Because she
let me
can
just
suck
say this
a
real
golf
quick.
ball through a straw.
Let me just say this real
he's
quick
happy
to give a little bit more context to what I'm saying. You model your parents. 70% of black children are born to single mothers.
I agree.
If we did an empirical study, I'm not saying one exists, but if we did do an empirical study, how many of those single mothers would be bitter?
Ooh.
Now, ask yourself a question. How does that bitterness, right, mold and affect the child under her stewardship. Because it's a lot of dumb niggas who hear me say something and hear it in mono, not in stereo, not in context. So ask yourself a question. If 70% of our kids are born out of wedlock and bitter is a synonym for bitch, isn't bitter a synonym for bitch? Could be.
Yeah.
This is a bitter bitch. This is a petty little
It
bitch.
can be.
A synonym for bitch could be bitter, right?
Her energy will, in all likelihood, destroy that family if she bitter. A woman that's bitter.
How about it?
It's going to destroy the family.
It will.
I didn't know about energy till a couple of years ago. I won't say I didn't know about it, but I just didn't understand the power of the energy of the people you got around you. If you got around somebody who's always fucked up attitude, that's going to bring you down.
How about it? How about it? And then, if children are modeling the conflict management skills of people who don't have a conflict management toolbox, so if bitterness is the way you deal with relationship disappointment or upset, ask yourself a question. Are you raising a bitter little boy? Because bitter little boys are male bitches.
Yeah.
And just like women who go out and try to date a dude like dad, whether he was there or not, try to fill that hole, men do the same thing. They go date mom. Now, mom ain't always great, just like dad ain't always great. So if mom was a bitch, doesn't it stand to reason logically that you're attracted to bitches?
But I never had my dad, but I'm attracting old men. What is
The
that?
father.
No,
I think we all attracted to what we can get. As we get older, we accept it more. When we young, we be mad because we can't get the shit that we really want to get. But when you get older, you be like, "Oh, I can get that." That's what people go after as we get older, because we don't have the energy to put into something that, you know what I'm saying, that every time I did get what I really wanted, it fucked me over because I could tell it didn't want me.
Wow.
It
Man.
just decided to use me.
Jesus Christ. Man, this is cold. This is a cold conversation.
Yeah.
Now how you gonna walk into a relationship and say, look, this is what I'm selling?
Most people you want can do better than you.
I'm serious though. Like, you walk into a relationship, you got all this baggage, it's not dealt with, it hasn't been healed, as Claire Kia said. You still got trauma, but you selling something.
With a
How the door of your relationship store open?
But that
Go ahead.
most people are attracting what they fear, not what they are actually wanting to attract. We attract what we fear most. And so if you fear abandonment, you'll attract people who will run from you.
Oh my
if
God,
you
that's
fear, somebody using you, will attract the gold digger. If you fear the man who will, not be able to hold his own, you will attract that. So that's what we do. And until you learn better, you won't do better. You won't step outside of the cycle because you're so busy not wanting to be alone. You so busy chasing the pussy and the dick that you can't be alone to evaluate why the fuck you attracting these motherfuckers the same way over and over and over again, just different person. So, but they the same person. Different name, same person.
Right.
And so until you actually take time to step out of that and evaluate and be in, and not just the title of single, but actually saying like, nah, I just want to be with self right now. I need to figure out why I keep fucking this up, because I actually do want better. I want to be happy, but we are so addicted to misery. Like we run it through our veins like cocaine. Our misery becomes the way that we commiserate with people. Let me talk to you about my bad day. You tell me about your bad day. And that makes us friends. So now we're bonding over a friendship that is based off of misery, thinking that we best buddies. But bitch, I really don't even know you happy. So when you get happy, then I want to say you changed. Because now you've taken a step out of the box and now you want to come back in.
Corey?
No, I just want to say it goes back to what I say. It's like what the sister said right there. It makes sense, but I'm saying the bottom line, especially as we've gotten older, I think everybody in this room is over 30. The motherfuckers you get, that was the best you can do. every once in a while you see somebody like Jay-Z who got a lot of paper, so you don't look at him and Beyonce as a mismatch. But if Jay-Z was checking to make sure your email is at the front door.
I'm going to slam that motherfucker so hard in his face.
And he was with Beyonce, you would be like, what the fuck happened there? There's a glitch in the matrix. But I'm saying most people are with the people that yoke up with them because you can't duck it. You can't get what you want when you a certain age. You got to get what will fuck with you. And it normally be like, oh yeah, you can tell that look right there. They're fucking around.
Oh my god! It's like the price they marked down.
Did I say this last time I was here? It's so true. One day I was on the bus and I just stood up. I was like, hey, all you ladies look like you supposed to be on this bus.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you said that when you was here.
Yeah, it's the truth. It just don't sound right because the truth is something that is looked at as evil.
There it is.
No matter how you say it, you didn't have to say that. What's the truth?
Guess I be riding the wrong bus because the bus I be on smell like churros and bubble gum.
Okay, it's not just. Okay, now it's over. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the show. Let me just say this real quick. Hey, man, we don't have all the answers, but we love to start the conversation. Please continue the conversation after the show is over. I want to thank Corey Holcomb for coming out. Corey, where are you performing next, man? Where are you?
I'm on vacation for the next 2 weeks.
You chilling for a minute. All right.
Trying to get into some trouble and explain it later on. We just felt like going there. I bought them drinks and we was on the beach. Do they got beaches out here?
Yes.
I gotta find a beach.
What? This Pacific? Okay. Hey, thanks everybody for being here.
Besides Venice.
Thanks everybody for chiming in. We appreciate everybody in the chat room. Thank you for your likes and shares and super chats. We appreciate everybody. Yo, I'm out for the week. I'll holla at y'all next month or this coming Monday. All right? Deuces.
Douches.
The douches.